Johnny M in the mix. L'éternité, l'espace et les cieux et les mondes, trois baisers de toi.
Hey traders, welcome to the stream. The Monday that was not black, it was okay, right? We did not crash with Friday and last week being so terrible. Money printer went burr, pivot, and you see some pretty really bullish candles again on the index funds. We'll look at those, but starting with Bitcoin, that's up $1,420.
Is that a joint?
Almost 3%, held 47.5, 48.1 last time we were here. All we do is talk about the levels. That's all we can do, right? We knew the harmonic PCZ was achieved at the 886 on the crash. You rallied, and then you got back above a level of inflection, right, from April, August, September. If you hold that, you're safe. That's verbatim. You're safe above that level. You never really fell below it. You tested it as support, and now you're rallying, and where it seems very reasonable to believe Bitcoin's going is 52.6 to 53K. Multiple reasons, right? First off, look left, horizontal line resistance. Okay, check. All right, an old demand line we were in, that's going to be up there somewhere. It's a supply line now. Okay, check. So two different resistance points. Other thing, I mean, it's probably a little bit higher, but we talk, about 5.0s after sharks. Okay. Well, you got a little bit higher to go. I mean, a 50% retrace, the pattern completion zone of the bearish 5.0 would be at $55,800. So that would be interesting to see happen. I think if you're at those levels, you're probably going to 58K again. So I think the next level is, of course, 52.6, 53K. Oh, the other reason, sorry, I kind of blanked for a second because I was like, I have more arguments, more reasons why we would go up. The other one would be right here on your screen, bottom right, your futures. Remember, we closed on Friday afternoon, 53,800-ish. That gap's got to fill, 53K. All right, that lines up with the critical support. Horizontal and up sloping, got it. So X marks the spot for, it would make plenty of sense. If you're impulsing up now after back testing 47.5 as support, why not 53K? Makes too much sense. Too much like confluence right there. So that X marks spot. All right, then that's kind of it for Bitcoin. You know, you hold one level successfully, you run to the next. You break that one, you run to the next one. You don't break it, you reverse the support. It's all about the levels. You held one. Okay. How's that daily looking on Bitcoin? Goodness. I mean, someone out there in the world could be like, hey, is that bullish divergence? Now you get that separation, but dang, a low on price, a substantially lower low with lower levels of negative momentum. I mean, I don't think yet. And the RSI doesn't help you at all, but maybe you're trying to work on some form of that. But again, it's all about the levels. You held, why not rally to 53K to fulfill the gap fills, to test the resistances? Perfect. And then you dump to zero. Not really. Then, like at that level, you could maybe see, hey, if we don't V-shape here, then it comes for a type 2 return at 42K eventually. We'll see. I mean, a lot of the reason why this sold off was because the equity market looked like death, man, last week. These were correlated.
With you, Mitch.
Dude, double down. What's up, man? Jeez.
Bearish on BTC weekly RSI and MACD confirmed.
Thank you, double down, for the 8860. Fernshaw, thanks for the 10. Is it confirmed? Oh, I don't know. I mean, weekly's a slow time scale, and is it confirmed? Well, I guess we'll find out in the next month or two, right? But I don't, you know, the idea of the big, the X, the A, the B, the C, the D, that doesn't become a valid idea, I think, until you break below B, the B point at 30K. And then, yeah, you're screwed. You're going to 20K almost instantly, and then you're going for the deep retraces around 12, 13K. Yeah, sure. But if that doesn't happen, then you just end up making a higher low. Then there's accumulation with some sort of sell wall here, and it rallies again to go test those highs. So, I mean, you've just begun to build negative momentum on the weekly. I just don't know. Look, man, how does a trend reverse? Like, right? You can say weekly bearish divergence or whatever, but the trend hasn't reversed yet. The trend will reverse when Bitcoin really falls below 41K, and I mean that's when you're probably in a lot of trouble. I mean, that is your previous discernible swing low on the daily. Yeah, that would put probably an end to it, but you didn't do anything besides rally at the harmonics completion zone, and now you're rallying to the next resistance. So you're safe for now. The trend is still intact. It's still bullish. That's not changed until you fall, like, for real below 40K. All right. Ethereum, absolutely incredible. Right? Where, remember that time we just looked at Bitcoin and it had a respective demand line that it broke bearishly, and we're probably going to test it along with other resistances? Well, Ethereum, different league, okay? Ethereum's in the league of holding the demand line, testing it once violently, and then getting so far off of it that even today there was so much demand that sellers could not push the price below 39.50. So it technically sprung back, tested the spring here for now, and has gone to test 43.84, got as high as 43.80. So just $4 away from testing that extremely important inflection peak from May 13th, the old all-time high. That's where you are. So much better than Bitcoin. Like, by far, it's not even close. What an uptrend. For now, until something changes, man. Yeah, Bitcoin's going to fill that gap. And you don't know. Bears could take right back over, and we go for a type 2 return. So don't get cocky. But dang, man, if you're going to get cocky, might as well just, it better be Ethereum, your means of being cocky, okay? And here it is. Jesus chimes for this. All right, chat. Jesus chimes. Ethereum to Bitcoin hit multi-year highs today. Highest level since February of 2018. You got to go all the way back to yesteryear. It was March, February. Yeah, it was both. Okay. So, I mean, you did break the May of 2018 peak briefly, but now you're right back below it, 46 minutes, so your daily candle close. It'll be multi-year highs on the daily candle close too, if it stays the same. Wow, what a beast. Third target of the trade setup finally hit. even though I think it was kind of like yesterday too. And then, yeah, you know, the fourth target of the trade set would end up being, it's the swing for the fence target, 10 million sats plus. Wide open spaces above this area that you have almost broke, but you pulled back some, being overbought. So yeah, an outperformer. This helped us understand and gauge that Ethereum would be the one, not Bitcoin. Okay. Oh, weekly bearish divergence confirmed. Okay, whatever. Well, let's see how it performs. I mean, if you're so intent on saying bearish divergence confirmed, what happens when 48K holds and you never see 42K again? Or what happens when you get to 42K a second time and then you double bottom and there's like bullish divergence on the RSI and stuff? Then what? Oh yeah, I don't know, man. Someone said it yesterday in TTS, like, don't bull markets don't end in fear, they end in euphoria. There wasn't really that much, there wasn't euphoria at all, dude, when we topped out. Here's another little stat for you, fact. Okay, from the all-time high from Bitcoin, from its high to where it is literally right now, Bitcoin's still 26.45% away from its all-time highs, right? Ethereum is about 10% away, maybe a little more, maybe like 10.5% away. 10.7% away from its old all-time high. So you see the sheer outperformance, undeniable superiority of an asset based on traditional technical analysis and nothing more, right? Some would argue, hey, it's better, it's a better project, it's, you know, whatever. Okay, cool. I'm not here to argue that. You can do that on literally every other crypto stream or whatever. It's just charts here. Drinking this coffee, Irwin coffee, man. All right, still on cloud 9 from the SEC championship game in the Iron Bowl. No price action is gonna make me mad. Okay, after those unbelievable performances from Bama. All right, so Ethereum's up 3%. Let us go check out the totals. What are totals doing? Some seriously good things, or at least trying to. It's beginning to try to do some incredible things. All right.
I like turtles.
The old inflection point, the zone, 2.2 to 2.3 trillion. What's happening was once resistance. It's been resistance before. It's been up thrusted through. It's trying to hold as support, even after wicking down. Remember, it's about the traders settling up. The candle closes. You are just 43 minutes away from closing back above that very critical April 17th high. Total market cap. Wonderful, man. Absolutely amazing. After doing what? From your low to high, 88% retrace. Come on. From the low to the high. That is it. You understand, right? I mean, it's literally right there in front of your face again. 886, 1.9 trillion right there and no lower, just like Bitcoin. And now look at it. Yeah, very good. I mean, this is how, hey, it maybe isn't going to happen, okay? But if it was, if the reversal, the bamboozling was to commence, this is how it would start. This is literally, it's today, it's the 6th of December. This is how it looks before moon. Even if tomorrow it just dumps again, like, okay, that could happen. I'm just telling you, this is how it normally will look before a reversal. Let's see though, because you could very well get a type 2 return, just a confirmation low in the coming like week or two. Yeah, there is resistance right above you. Yeah, you got to go. Now, I know maybe it's not much money for you, right? But you still have to go up another what? Isn't it like another $100 billion for the next resistance? Psh. Yeah, psh. Whatever, dude. No big deal. Yeah, I know what you're saying, though. It's like, yeah, there is a resistance right above you at 2.414 trillion. You break that? Okay, good stuff, all right? I ended up getting tacos last night. I got vengeance. Okay, let's go to Cardano real quick, and then we can go, Cardano, Binance, and we'll go to the stocks. right, Cardano, it's up 2.76% below areas you need to be above. A lot of them, right? Just like Bitcoin. Very interesting how it's kind of similar to Bitcoin in the same way where you have confluence of a downsloping trend line confluent with that horizontal line resistance, right? Bitcoin's got that too. Kind of, it's just different, but it's the same. And it's just, I'm talking about in relevance to confluence. You've got that. And you did, in fact, like Bitcoin, hit an 88% retrace from your major swing low from June 22nd, right? 88% of the value gone, 200% retrace too. So I don't know if it's actually like a real confirmation low down here, but these are areas where you catch major reactions where you just can't be that surprised if Bitcoin or Cardano breaks above 148 and runs up to 184 here. You can't be that surprised, even though there's really not much divergence. It's kind of like class C bullish divergence. You kept making lower lows the same level in the RSI every time. Stagnation and relative strength. But yeah, good area. I mean, these are lower risk areas for sure. Just based on harmonic structures, right? But I don't know if it's quite actionable yet. All right. So Binance Coin of 5%. Goodness gracious, dude. Like, the dragon doesn't matter, man. Like, it back tested the old August highs as support once in November and once a couple days ago on the weekend, and now it's just, it looks very similar to Ethereum. It looks like a one low, maybe a second low on the 4 hour, like a small one. And look what it's testing. It's testing that old demand line is now a supply line. Sellers right there. Retraced 50% from its previous low way down there to the high. Yeah, this is where, like, if the trend is truly bullish, a extremely bearish structure looking like this would underperform and then just eventually get invalidated, where it goes and tests 640 again, 650. So yeah, you just might be in the process of catching bids with a macro, but you know, eventually, if the market is truly turned, you're just going to make a lower high than 640 and dump again. And then eventually, you think an adequate target for a bearish pattern like this would be like 430. But that hasn't happened yet. It's almost like you double topped into a double bottom. What's going on here, you know? So yeah, you are below all these critical levels you got to be above. So like you broke it, you know, after confirming the tops in, you broke down, but you're rallying now and you're going to test these levels to see if they're actually really resistance points that you'll fail and then the buyers will relent and you'll dump to the 430 area eventually. Or I guess we're going to find out soon if these levels are Rudy poo, the market is way too bullish, momentum's still way too strong on this asset, and it breaks through all those levels and continues onward to the highest levels of all time. You just don't really know yet, because just because you break a demand line doesn't mean your trend has reversed, right? There's multiple things that have to happen. First, you got to break a demand line. Got it. But then you have to make a lower low than your previous discernible swing low. Well, that didn't happen yet. That has not occurred on BNB.
Pure speculation. BTC top is in. Next we go to visit CME gaps and bounce off 20k, completing a shark where X is on deck. 2020 for the second leg, where we go to the 1.618 at 90k. End of next year futures show it perfectly.
What's up, Anonymous, man? Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I don't know, man. Obviously, I would prefer that doesn't happen for everyone's sake, but yeah, I mean, sure. If the top's in, we'll find out. They're because we're gonna attempt to rally here. I mean, I think 53k, like, it would just make sense, right? I think everyone in here understanding that there's two different major levels of resistance there. Also, at the exact same level, you've got the gap fill. Right, you run up to that gap fill, you test it, you peak out, you make a lower high than the previous high. The previous high on the 4 hours, like $59,000. So I really don't, until you break that, you can't say short term the trend's reversed. You are bearish on Bitcoin short term until Bitcoin recaptures prices above 58.3, but really it's like $59,500 to $60,000. That has to happen. That is, you're way off that right now. Right, we know long-term uptrend, right? You go to the daily, you see the discernible swing lows. We're above them. We pivoted above it, not by much, but we did. And until this asset gets above the previous highs, which I'll just go back so you can see, until Bitcoin can get above its previous discernible swing high right here, 59K, which unfortunately it's lined up with a crazy real support resistance that goes back to February. You can't be that confident yet. You get it? Short-term downtrend. So it's really, it's great that it's up today. Wow, yeah, it didn't just capitulate and keep dumping. Like after losing stupid amounts of value, it actually is holding on to one level at 47.5. Like it did. It did the same. I mean, it did hold in April, right? It hasn't been a support. I guess it maybe was support in October, but really hasn't been too much of a support since April. And now you're going to run the next level and then fill the gaps, and you're not making higher highs for a long time. You know, Bitcoin has to appreciate in value literally from its price right now. It would have to go up and get a confirmation high, like a candle close. Oh, it's got to go up 17% more until you can start saying with confidence that the short-term downtrend is reversing. That sucks, unfortunately. It's just rules of trend analysis. That's how it works. So, and then there's gonna be a supply line down there too. Right, there's a supply line, 1 and 2 up there, the up thrust. That was the old wedge, right? I mean, that's up there. Dang, man, there's too much resistance. Upsloping, downsloping, horizontal, gap fill. Wow. Okay, so we looked at the big cryptos. Let's look at the S&P 500. Why not, man? Who cares? Look at that. 200 moving average on the 4 hour. Held. No problem, man. What'd you do today? You gapped up. You opened at 45.61. After the gap, or after you gapped up, what happened this morning? The S&P 500 went to go back test what was once a support from September as support again, and rallied tremendously off of that, and has just hung out, on the last 4 hour candle a day. So is the trend in jeopardy? Certainly not. We talked about what has to happen if you want to see a trend reversal, and it's not even close, right? And you're not even threatening a trend reversal till you fall below the previous low from October 4th at 42.86. Not happening, man. Not yet anyway. The fact that you're back above 45, stupidly good, right? You stay above that, you're great shape for seeing all-time highs sooner rather than later. How far are you away from the all-time highs on the S&P 500? 3%. 3% away. Less than Bitcoin, way less than Bitcoin, but less than Ethereum too. So yeah, no edge here on the pivot really, not on the 4 hour. So S&P is safe again, right? Bitcoin above 47.7, 48K is safe. Below 47.7, 47.5 or whatever is 42K. There's nothing there. Straight up, straight down. Between 47.5 and 52.6 or whatever, there's nothing. So it's like, yeah, Bitcoin in the next day or two hitting 52.6, 53K shouldn't be weird. You can't be surprised. And also, you can't be surprised if somehow Bitcoin stalls out and falls below 47.5 or whatever. You're in a lot of trouble. It's about to get wrecked. All about the levels. Always been. Let's look at the daily real quick because it's the candle that's so impressive here. Not really, never mind. So I think Dow Jones was more impressive than this. This is just like a bullish harami. But hey, remember, we had identified this. We did trivia on it. I mean, I always do trivia on this certain Japanese candlestick pattern. The bullish reversal, the piercing line. Piercing line is still valid. Still a valid Japanese candlestick reversal. Let's see what it turns into. And yeah, here's the daily, man. I mean, really, it's kind of hilarious, isn't it? That yes, from whichever peak of the negative momentum, what's going on there? That's hidden bullish divergence in development. If it keeps going this way, it will be developing, maturing. Okay. Things were scary. Now they're not. When you're above 45, you're in good shape.
Hey Mitch, can we look at Cole/USDT? Thanks, man.
So ready, yep, we'll look at coal. Decentralized coals. A lump of coal. Or just the aging retail giant coals. Or just something else. Probably that. Alright, Dow Jones and then the NASDAQ. This is the NASDAQ. Bearish engulfing candle yesterday. It's just, I mean, the old gap fill is actually, you're at it. And it's kind of funny. And, you know, in the end, maybe you're not back testing 14.7 as support. The S&P actually looks a little bit better because the S&P got an actual back test. This hasn't yet. This hasn't back tested anything, actually. Yeah, not even this high from August 6th. Talking about any of them. But yeah, I mean, if the S&P is going to rally, then this is going to lose negative Momo, and the argument would remain the same for hidden divergence here from this low to this one. So, I mean, anything above the good news, I guess, you could say is like, it is stronger when it's like, okay, they both have their own respective support resistances. This one was so strong, it couldn't even go to back test it. Too much demand in the market still. So, I guess that's the way you could look at it. Outperforming that in that way. Russell 2000, wow. Bullish engulfing candle is still valid. I mean, you still have a valid bullish engulfing candle. You never got a candle close below it. You have a bullish Harami today. I mean, I'm assuming that like it's just gonna follow the index fund. So the S&P is back above a critical area that was once an all-time high is now support. Then this is probably, you would think the target eventually would be 2,300 again, right? The top of the range that it's well within, just halfway, just midpoint, kind of dead zone, right? It's probably going there. The S&P is rolling. Dow Jones rolls with it. Okay. Gold's still just at areas where, yeah, now you could maybe start making the argument hidden bullish divergence is happening. You know, I guess from this low to this one, you even could be like trying to confirm a bottom here. I mean, dude, gold at this zone is fine. Below it, yeah, you're in trouble, but you did fall below it twice this year and later this year, and you held. And they held at higher levels in the previous low from earlier in the year, like in March and April. So, I mean, you keep this up, then all of a sudden it's just, oh, accumulation. Just, you know, composite man, you know, he's pushing the price down, but he's still quietly accumulating. So you just keep making higher lows and everything will work out eventually. You might be, you know, Peter Schiff's age by the time it gets to all-time highs again. But yeah, it looks like it's still fine until it falls. It really, the cutoff for gold 1726, then you know without the shadow of a doubt that there is no more accumulation going on. For now, the argument is still very real that there is accumulation on gold from the low, the substantially higher lows, and now even more higher lows. And maybe divergence, hidden divergence. All right? That's it. Okay, gold. Do we have a request? Double down. Thank you, dudes. Anonymous didn't request anything. Okay, there was only one request today. Get wrecked, everyone.
Hey Mitch, can we check out
couldn't
Luna
too.
charts?
Spoke too soon.
It's been a big ripper. Thanks.
What's up, Chachi? Chachi, dude. Happy days. What is this? Hey, I'm the Fonz. I'm Richie Cunningham. You can be Chachi. Okay, let's see here. I want to check my notes. Oh, let's see here. Collette. Collect with a K. Man, they're really smart, aren't they? I mean, shoot, dude. I mean, you're requesting Retta C or KOL up 14% today. Not much data. You know, at one time, I guess you could have requested it and it would have made a lot. Hey, dude, you request this asset in mid-November. I'm like, oh my God, dude, look where it's at. Look where it is, man. Like, and confirming a bottom, maybe. Holy crap. You know, like, but now, like, what do you want me to do?
Check out
What am I supposed to do here? Well, look at this. What's up, Beach Jet out? Yeah, dude, we'll look at Coinbase. Sure, dude. So what do we do? When we do Fibonacci, I think you've exceeded every single fib node, no matter what. From there, yeah. Look where you're topping out. Look where you're wicking. 4236 fib extension, 66 cents. Hey man, I mean, I don't know. I guess if you exceed that again, 84 cents would be the target, the old all-time high. That's a lot of percentage. Jesus, dude, that's.
Yeah,
37%.
It was going to go up when BTC was nuking. Haha, that's why I didn't request.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, just you never know, right? We don't know if it's gonna hold here or not, but it did on this one, right? And you even look like the daily, this low, God, rallied. Then another one, like you ended up diverging, I guess, in the end on the RSI. Yeah, you didn't have any data anyway. You didn't have much, but yeah, I would say that if it's gonna engulf here and actually rally again, all you can say for a target will be just the previous wick all-time high from the second. 84 cents. Other than that, man, like, good luck, because this is not actionable at all for a fresh long, even if it does go to $1 million from here. It's just not. It's like not. It goes against the principles of value or buying breakout back tests, maybe even too. Like, oh, okay, strategy, no strategy now. It's like moon, Rudy Poo. Okay. Oh, Luna's insane, dude. Yeah, look at this, man. Look at the channel like we had plotted. It's funny how it broke out, and then it technically back tested it, but then it went to the heart line. God, this, you know, the day Bitcoin went down, it went to $50.
Sup, Mitch? I'm learning. Can you check core/USDT? I know, new US coin lol. Is that bullish cipher into support, high low? Targets potential bearish crab/bat 4. 46.50? Thanks.
G-Dog, what's up, dude? Thanks, man. Yes, we'll look at it. Quar. Never seen that in my life, I don't think. I mean, I say that all the time now, but all of a sudden I have data on it, and it's like someone requested it. So Luna, you know, obviously not at like some sort of amazing strategic entry area, of course, right? Looking at the asset, dude. Yeah, not long area, fresh long area. Even though I'm sure it could keep going, did just tweezer top. That is a chat. I mean, say it gets invalidated here, whatever. But to ignore literally that is crazy. There is nothing more textbook than this as a perfect reversal, tweezer top reversal. Okay, so I mean, maybe it started, but then it's rallied pretty well with crypto. So I mean, Bitcoin keeps rolling. I could imagine Luna would keep rolling too, and maybe would invalidate this, but you don't get any invalidation probably till you fall or you run above $78. So I'd be really careful when you're staring in the face of a tweezer double top. Always, right? At these levels is crazy. Right, I mean, David Weiss in Trades About to Happen talks about when assets break out of these linear regression trend lines or these channels, they don't stay out of them that long. Yeah, they can fart around and stay up here, but eventually they dump right through them. It might not be the same. But dude, if that is the case from what we know about his research, and then we look at a tweezer top reversal up here in outer space, maybe it goes insane, but it's just something where it's like, hey, if you're not in it, you got bigger cojones than me if you're trying to take a long right now on Luna. I mean, good luck to you if you want to like stare at that and just, and I'll show you. You want to see the proof that it's real life? I mean, you just do tweezer top reversal on Google, and then we go to the images. I have plenty of examples too on my PC, but I mean, you tell me if this isn't the most textbook effing example. Yeah, you got a great little graphic here. I mean, it's decent. Okay. All right, I mean, you tell me that how's that not tweezer top reversal on a daily time scale? That is not a joke. Maybe 4 hour or the 60 minutes a joke, but dude, daily is very, very real. In before it's Luna and no one cares and it moons. Okay, because it's Luna and it's in its nature, right? Because it Luna, moon. Okay. I hope it does, man. I hope every bearish pattern on every chart that anyone in here has any vested interest in, I hope every bearish pattern always fails and it always goes insane and then doubles in price the next day. Always. I wish that, you know, for everyone, but that's just not reality. So just want you to know where I'm at. Dang, man. Well, coin definitely heavily correlated with Bitcoin. Dang, man, another M shape. I thought we had looked at this. Was not? Oh, there it is. Okay, I saw it. I'm like, what? So what are you creating another one, like an alternate bat or something like that? Looks very possible. It needs to go deeper, but what was once a resistance May 27th, what was once a resistance July 26th, support August 26th, what was once support October 12th is being support again. Certainly no edge on the 4 hour at all. Yeah, you hit your lowest relative strength since May 19th. Only like a month after its IPO price. And your negative momentum's been building unrelentingly, right? Since November 4th, when it topped out lots of distribution in the end, I guess. So, but either way, I mean, you won't have to paint an M shape here. We're going to just go Fibonacci from your low to your high to see that you hit an 86% retrace. An 86% retrace, and at that 86% retrace, there's an actual real inflection point. Okay, that's not bad. So this certainly could catch a reaction here. I mean, it reacted, successfully tested it, but that's not enough evidence to believe the bottom's in for it, right? I mean, you'd like to see a confirmation low, like a double bottom or something like that. You may never get it. But yeah, definitely into those value perceived areas. And the problem is the 4 hour nor the daily giving us any reason to believe the selling's done. It hit its highest level of negative momentum ever today on the daily. Lowest RSI this asset has seen since May 24th. Similar to the 4 hour. So all I can tell you is above 248, you're in good shape because that's a critical area. Above 248, yeah, it could go. I mean, you'd think 282. Above 282 is 306. So there's definitely not any kind of like confirmation low, double bottom, no sort of Bukowski reversal structure going on. None of that. But yeah, still value perceived areas at an inflection point, but with no edge. So you got some things. We could throw in a few ingredients in the baking tray, but I think we're missing some key ingredients for an awesome like trade that gives you a greater than CoinSlip's chance of a actual real major reversal here. Okay. Thanks for the 1,125 people tuned in. If you're enjoying the live stream, hit that like button, that bell, that sub. Thanks everyone for being here on a day of renewed life. Not really.
I think your TAs helped me spot a double bottom on LRC playing out right now. Thanks, Mitch.
Thanks, Rob, for the 7s. Hey, man, I hope everything double bottoms and everything goes to moon. Thank you, dude, for the contribution to the stream. Supporting it. Thanks, dude. Next request, which I think that's it. After this, there's no more real requests. Slow stream. It's okay. It happens. Yeah, I've never been here. Cryo war. Yeah, I have very little data. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here with my hands. I mean, like, oh, is it a cipher? Is that what you said? You knew it was a cipher into support. Maybe you got deep enough. Get your cipher tool out. Nice, dude. Yeah, 786. Yep, and you got right here. Yep, that high from November 12th. Support. It would be amazing if this asset could come right back down to $2 again. It's at 280 right now. You go to $2 again, then you're going to get undeniable, really nice bullish divergence on both oscillators. By then, you'd probably be oversold again, but you're looking for a higher low on the RSI, which is bullish divergence. And that is your bad action magnet move confirmation that Scott Carney talks about. It's very, very bullish when your RSI gets oversold twice and there's divergence on the second time it gets oversold, which again would just look something like this, like that. Okay, and then you do, you know, of course, that's what we're looking for. We don't have it yet. So I'd say, yeah, it looks pretty solid right here. I just not quite sure how well it'll hold up here without a true edge. You understand when it did react here, it did react, but it has not reversed. It has not made a confirmation low, and it wasn't diverging when it happened. So it's just, I get you there. Try to get rid of all the nices. You hear that? It just bugs out. It's like a broken thing. I don't know. I'm just getting rid of it. It's so annoying now. The noise. There's so many variables though. Variants I have though. I didn't get all of them, it seems. What's up, FD? Yeah, we'll look at it. Sure. So I would prefer, it would be the most ideal for something like this. Of course, you may not get it, and don't blame me if it doesn't happen. It could just moon now, and if it did, then I think a very real target would be 474, right at the top of the harmonic. Yeah. But getting a confirmation low gives you more confidence to believe the reversal's real, and then it's easy to get there. And then what happens then, right? This is how this happens all the time, right? The same type of stuff. Yeah, okay. M shape, W shape, got it. Wave analysis. Oh, this happens all the time, over and over and over again. All right. Nice, pretty nice request because of reasons. Veracity to Bitcoin. Oh my goodness, man. It was, you want to talk about a failed harmonic, huh? Here it is. Yeah, and the context is, I mean, it was pretty decent context. It was like it had broken above the old all-time high from April, back tested it, made a confirmation low. There was a creek here. It had jumped across the creek, but then the whole crypto market crapped out. So it seems like it went down to the next support, I guess, that low from September. Wow, I tested that like crazy. All right. And this thing is not bullish. Okay, this thing is in a short-term downtrend until it breaks back above 11,760 satoshis, right? You got to recapture your previous discernible highs because the most recent events have been lower highs than the previous high from the highest high and confirmation of it being a lower high with the second peak, right? And then after that, lower highs, the lower low, the lowest low since September 28th. So again, this is really nice. You're getting back above an old all-time high from April, but it's just not good enough yet. It's not. You need more evidence. We gotta start making some higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher, right? We started making the high, the lower highs, the lower lows. So now you could end up making a lower high again and then another lower low. So I think you just need more evidence. You did break a demand line too pretty bad, right? Demand line was broken and all that. So there's just a lot of work to be done still, just like Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not bullish in the short term again till we're above $59,000, $60,000 for real, unfortunately. There's your BRA to BTC. FD, thanks, man. Yeah, but that's the major level. You're above it. Congrats. Bitcoin, there's like less than 12 minutes till your daily candle close. No edge. Just all you were doing was back testing a level that was once a support. It is now support again, it seems. And that's all we can talk about here are the levels. Without an edge, only the levels. It held the level. It goes probably to the next level. And it's still not short-term bullish yet. Good Monday, right? Turnaround Monday. Is that a thing, chat? Okay, so I don't know what happened, man, but meme of the month, it's dead now. Meme of the month, like forever, was like real, and now it's like the past month or two, and it's dead. Meme of the month, like where you create a meme using your creativity, and no one's being creative anymore. No one's even trying. They just stopped. So disappointed in that. We don't. I mean, like we kind of technically have a meme of the month winner, but now at this point, it's just getting so lame that we're about to stop doing it. I mean, it's like, what do you want me to do? Like, we're gonna stop like announcing winners when the quality and submissions are just so subpar. It's like, okay, we're done. If you don't want to do it, then we won't do it anymore. It's fine. Just letting you know, okay? Yeah, Craig Wright's now the meme of the month, as he's now Satoshi Nakamoto confirmed, chat. All in BSV. No way. Yeah, what is going on with BSV? What a joke. What a pump, baby. What a pump. Well, I mean, this harmonic played out, but then, you know, it just couldn't break the... It did hit the target, too. I mean, it hit the target of the freaking harmonic if you were just trading a harmonic, right? But then it crashed, and it went to $78. When's the last time it saw $78? $78 right here. Last time we saw that, December 2019. Awful. So, yeah, congratulations, SV. You're back to your November 30th highs, which is a lot better than Bitcoin. Bitcoin is not at its November 30 highs. You know where it was. That's 60K, 59K. So locally, BSV outperforming Bitcoin. There you go. So another main or key level, right? Hey, it looked good, dude. It was like, all right, yeah, you were getting back above levels. Major, real look. October 2019, June of 2020, September, November 2020. You're back above that. You're back above the demand line. There are a lot of good things here. You are testing the 200-day simple moving average. You are bullishly engulfing. You have highest level of volume on BSV you've seen since May 23rd. So I don't really know we got like an actual pattern or anything, but we are back above key levels. Somewhat. It would be nice to now make a higher high. And so how do we... The trend isn't truly short-term reversing again until we get above 199. Because you're kind of probably just range bound, you know, between 109 and 193. No. Okay, that was just because the lawsuit thing. My music stopped. Viewer. Oh, yeah. So we're just running out of the clock now. It's going to be short stream. It's dead chat. Chat will not come back to life until we recapture highs above 59.3, because that is when we can start saying that the trend, the short-term downtrend, is reversing. So you got a long way to go. A long journey to Mordor. Yeah, thanks for the still 1,121 here. I know everyone's got questions, maybe concerns. Today, you know, it was a good day. Yeah, it's a pretty decent day. I love how it held 47.5. But I mean, Bitcoin's great and all, but the main story every day for months now is this one, Ethereum. You get that right? 43.80 at its highs today. 10.5% away from its actual all-time high that was on the date of November 10th. You break that, I mean, you realize there's just not much for this asset to do above 43.84, but to go straight up to the next levels. I mean, you're either talking 45.50, 47.59, or 48.50. I mean, and it just, the beauty is how no technical damage was done. It held supports. Yeah, it fell below the big one, but just below the big boy, you had the other very real level that's been here and tested it so many times. and just today you felt, you sprung, or that was this weekend, you back tested the spring, and now you're rolling, and just one more level to go until it could go nuts. And I'll be like, just look at the oscillator. Can someone, no one even brought this up, and I'm kind of surprised. Like, normally someone in the Patreon or in general chats can be like pinging me, hey, Mitch, is there daily bullish divergence? Everyone's talking about weekly bearish divergence on Bitcoin, but no one's talking about daily bullish divergence on Ethereum right now in development, maybe. You kidding me? The same exact lows with kind of a discernible peak, right? And you have this going on, maybe? Need just a couple more days to feel real good about it, because it's like it just started losing negative momentum. That is unreal. That's ridiculous. That's like, yeah, Ethereum's going to flip Bitcoin. Not really, but Ethereum.D, Ethereum to BTC, you could imagine where it's going, where they're going. If this is real, holy crap. Well, if it's a bearish 5.0, Igor, then that means Bitcoin's got to go to $55,800. That's the PCZ, pattern completion zone, of the bearish 5.0 from the bullish shark that we hit Friday evening. 55.8 you got to go to. So that's, if I'm telling you, if Bitcoin goes up another $5,000, Ethereum is at all-time highs. Yeah, big one's going up $5,000 more to hit that PCZ. Then you see Ethereum probably at $4,800. Crazy, man. Convergence, right? Yeah, I mean, dang, you're right. Which is kind of even a little bit better here, right? It's making a higher look. Traders settled up the date, November 26th. It was Happy Thanksgiving. You're eating turkey sandwiches. And then the crypto market crashed. Chat. Bitcoin lost 88% of its value from its September low, late September low. And then Ethereum, oh, who cares about the scam wig? It liquidated everyone, stopped out, okay. But look, where traders settled up that day, 41.25, which was higher. So more market participants own Ethereum after the crypto crash than they did on Thanksgiving, before the crash. Unbelievably bullish price action. And if you're going to say, no, it's not, extremely more bullish than Bitcoin, without a shadow of a doubt, like undeniably. Yeah, I guess convergence because it's a slightly higher low. Yeah, you're right. If we're going to be technical here, and that's how if you're out there and you don't know much about divergence and stuff, you're not using the wicks, okay? You're using the candle closes, where the traders settle up to determine divergence. And it's a higher low, so it can't be divergence. It has to be convergence, which is completely fine, which is better. It can be better.
Tip $23.01. Flow/F 0.141400000 LTC.
What's up, Bert, man? Thanks for the 23 of Litecoin. Sure, we'll look at flow to Ethereum. We got 3 minutes though, so I'm gonna give you 1 minute of this before the local on the 8th. So we're gonna come right back to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Flow to wrapped Ether. No, you said flow to Ethereum, right? Is there a flow to Ethereum? There is. I'm here. What the heck? All-time lows? Terrible. Loser. This is a huge loser, okay? Amazing loser. Like inverse price discovery. It's discovering new prices, chat, but not the way you want it to. Lowest level ever. I can imagine. Anything tied to Ether, you're tying like something, you're pairing something to one of the best performing assets in all of crypto. So that right now it's pretty much considered the hardest money you could ever pair something to. That's literally gimping yourself. Why would you do that? Remember, you want your denominator to always be the trashiest crap ever, preferably fiat. Sometimes gold. Just kidding. Because its performance is kind of like the US dollar, flat. So yeah, I got nothing for you, man. I would never touch this. It's terrible. It's at its lowest price today. The past 20 minutes probably at its lowest level ever. Yeah, it's oversold. Who cares? Try to catch a falling knife. It can only go down 223 more ways. Right? We're not talking Satoshis. We're talking ways, which is Ethereum's. denomination or whatever. The ways, like WEI. Yeah, and then you have sats and ways. Okay, terrible. Oh my God, no, it's not even, see, it's a higher high, so it's not even a formal harmonic, you know? Like, I just look at it and I say, wow, terrible. Still that one. Wow, I gotta turn, oh, Super Chats have the noise too. I gotta get it. Exterminating the noises.
Bless.
Yeah, sure, dude. Thank you, man. We will. All right. We have 1 minute until your daily candle close. If you're enjoying the live stream, the recovery, hit that like button, the bell, so thanks for being here. All right. Well, it was such a bad Friday that you think, oh, it's so bad that the world's ending and crypto's done. Ethereum's laughing at you right now. It's up almost 4% today. So where Bitcoin is kind of like no man's land. I mean, there is a level right here, March 25th, I guess it's testing. It's at candle high close from March 3rd. It's normally up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. So up again, probably up 52.6, and that fulfills a lot of things. Back tests, gap fills for futures, everything. Nice new day though. 5 seconds, chat. And then the Jesus chimes. Thanks for being here with me.
Hey Mitch, BC Backer has called the top of Bitcoin and that it will not go above $69,000 for several years. Do you have a different view? Cheers, bro. Cool face.
I don't call tops. I don't call bottoms. I mean, you can accidentally call them by identifying a normal structure and the certain set of variables we look for every day, right? Like, yeah.
Can we take a look at Unbright Dollar UBT?
What's up, Pablo? Yeah, we'll look at it, man. Thank you. Like I'm saying, like for instance, the bullish Gartley in 2019, we didn't know it was like the true bottom and it was gonna revert. We'd never see that level again, but just it happened that time. There have been harmonic
shark on FBX on May 11th and then another shark on the 2 hours X on October 28th and a daily bullish engulfing candle.
Thank you, Anonymous. Appreciate it, man. Just gonna wait a second. Okay. So yeah, like this channel has never been about predicting tops and bottoms and all that. I mean, certainly you could say on the weekly it makes sense, right? How it could be. The argument could certainly be presented on the weekly that the top is in and we're done. Because one peak and then an attempted rally all summer, late summer and into the autumn and a slightly higher high, and it's reversed violently there. So you've confirmed a top. So what needs to happen next? Okay, well, what needs to happen next is Bitcoin needs to start breaking below key supports, previous discernible swing lows. It hasn't done that yet. So you're getting there, man. Just give it time. I think you need a lot more information and data before we can say the trend has truly reversed. It hasn't yet. It's still bullish, and come on and argue with me about the trend truly reversing. Like, you have to break a previous low, otherwise there's still accumulation. Where did traders settle up on the date of September 21st? 40,872. Where did traders settle up on Friday? $49,000. Forget the wick. The trend's still bullish until you break below this level with a daily candle close. That's how we know it's over. It's reversing. But at the same time, right, you are in a short-term downtrend. This is the long-term, okay? Long-term uptrend. Yes, undeniable, right? But then from November 9th to now, the trend reversed in the short term, right? You made your highest high ever, and then you made a low, then you made a lower high, then a lower low, then a lower high, then the same low, then another lower high, then a lower low, lower high, lower low. Now probably gonna make another lower high because you're in a downtrend in the short term. And then you could very well make a lower low, but at some point, maybe just because you've hit this huge harmonic structures pattern completion zone, maybe when you do sell off again, you don't make a lower low than that low. You make the same low or a slightly higher low. You paint a confirmation low that the bottom is in and the trend, the long-term uptrend is still intact. And then, but then even after a confirmation low, you still don't really know if the short-term downtrend has reversed, because the only thing that you have, the one piece you have to know the short-term downtrend is over is you must recapture your previous discernible swing high, and that is again $59,000 to $60,000. That's it. So if we can't do that, then yeah, I mean the short-term downtrend continues until you fall below 40K. Then the long-term downtrend, the long-term uptrend is then in jeopardy and is probably reversing. That's it. Okay. All right. So we cool. It's trend analysis, man. It's really standard stuff, and you know, a lot of new people that have been around and stuff. It's good to reiterate always about the trend. You got the long term, the mid term, the short term, and you're in a short term one since November 10th. I mean, you're about a month long downtrend on Bitcoin. But just remember, the peak was the all time high. So yeah, and just remember, you are a good still 27% away from that all-time high. And on Ethereum, what a different story it is. Also, in a short-term downtrend, technically, you made a high, then you made a low, then you made a lower high, then you just recently made a lower low. Okay, so the trend, you're downtrending, you've made a couple consecutive lower highs, lower lows, but just so much better shape because you're only about 10% away from your old all-time. 10% off? Are you kidding me, dude? Cryptos do that every day. Can do that every day, right? So you're just right at this level. You break it, really good things could happen. But I don't think you can say with certainty that the trend, the short-term downtrend that you're kind of in because of Bitcoin, I don't think you can really say it has reversed, certainly, until you recapture highs above 47.76, the previous high. So there's still work to do on this one. But the great news about this is like the demand line that goes all the way back to late July is still intact. It was tested once and that was it. And there was so much demand today, it couldn't go and test it again. All right. Good news about totals that did close today above the April 16th high, as you can see here. And technically, I know it's not much, but technically you bullish engulfed. You engulfed and covered the previous candle at a major level of inflection. Oh man, I think we've seen that before. Major level of inflections tested, then engulfing candle. Yes, you come back down, but this bullish engulfing candle was never invalidated. It was close, but never. It stayed confirmed until all-time highs, right? It rallied from that engulfing candle at that level that was so critical. It ran, right? Here we are again at this level. You are engulfing. This is a much better looking engulfing candle, but still it's very real. Long wick, I like it. Like, look at all these wicks, man. 3 days, market participants doing everything they possibly could to push the price lower than this, and they failed. 3 different times they failed. Gross. For now, anyway. Okay, what was that? I think a couple more requests. TSM, as in the Taiwan Semiconductor. It's weird because it actually has a crypto too. It'd be like Nvidia, but Nvidia to the US dollar and it's crypto. This one, oh man, I don't know. It's talk about super range bound asset. It's tough, right? I mean, what do you think? I mean, it definitely looks like that Head and Shoulders momentum shifting structure near the top of a range is developed, but not if the stock market starts to moon again. So we'll probably get invalidated. But yeah, I mean, like, this kind of reminds me of Intel a little bit. It did the same thing at the top of its own little range. So I don't know, man. Like, it looks to me like there could be a lot more downside, but You know, these can fail. Like, I think the little neckline was like right here, and you have not broken the neckline. Excuse me, the neckline of the potential head and shoulders. So, like, let's say semis go nuts tomorrow, which they very well could. They were down today a decent amount, a good amount. Like, they dragged down the entire stock market. Like, if semiconductors rallied today, oh my God, the candle would have been nuts on the S&P and the NASDAQ, but they didn't. So let's just say tomorrow, semis go nuts, NVIDIA, AMD, boom, they're back up 3-4%. Well, this thing's going up. It's not going down, most likely. So it hasn't broken down yet. Wait for it to break down with confirmation before you say it's confirmed and going down to 108.
The right team showed up. We need them to show up 2 more times.
What's up, Papa? Yeah, dude, Roll Tide. Yeah. That's the first complete game they played all year since they were in Atlanta playing Miami, and that's a different team, I know. And that coach just got fired today, and Cristobal took over, which is a former assistant of Saban's. So yeah, there it is. It's there. It makes plenty of sense why. The argument, look, man, the measure move of this structure would take you, it'd be TA Tetris, it would take you to 108, but it hasn't broken down yet. Until it does, you can't say it's confirmed. You can't say 108 yet. I don't, if NVIDIA and AMD, Moon, and it's like Xilinx, whatever, all of them, they mostly collectively go up together, except for Intel, because it's terrible. Yeah, don't get cocky, kid, even though it looks perfect, right? I'll show you real quick how perfect it looks. Hard to be bearish, man. This freaking market, it's not as good as TA Tetris. It's almost perfect, right? It goes to 106, and then the critical level's 108. Look at that. 4 different effing times. It's crazy, dude. Let's see here. For Pablo. Unibright. Oh yeah. Unibright connects. Hey, Unibright. That's very, very good right here.
What are your thoughts on Polygon?
I don't know, we'll look at it. Thank you, Associate Pilot 5. Is that like Red 5? But you're Associate Pilot 5? Is that how you like call in to the spaceship? Associate Pilot 5. Tuning in, chiming in. So critical level that goes all the way back to, I mean, February and October of this year and May of this year. It's being held as support right now. Very, very interesting level. Very interesting level here. I won't say there's a harmonic. It is in a downtrend. I mean, a short-term downtrend. You know, it's been a correction. It's been making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Has it stopped? This would be the area where it has to stop. If it doesn't stop here, it's screwed probably. This thing's going way, way lower in time if it doesn't hold above 182. And it's only spent, like, you know, the greater part of 3 weeks trying to fall below it and failed so many times, and massive rally and sell off. And now, dude, it's so tough. This one's so illiquid that, like, it's just, how do you strategize your stop losses when this thing keeps doing this? It's just like, well, I'm gonna set up an entry now, I think, and then scam wick, and it's like, well, that every time it scam wicks down, I mean, it gets really tough, man. It even seems like it's not even regarding it that well. Maybe it's regarding this one more. Even still, right there from July 7th, it's going way lower. But yeah, you stay above this level long enough, I think you'll reverse. Yeah, it's like a big old dragon pattern maybe. And had a fake, this false breakout right there. Right there's your dragon. You gotta use your, this is a really scuffed dragon. Right, like that. And it was a false premature breakout and came for the back test, and you're still right there. So it could, this is exactly where, if an asset is gonna reverse, it could very well reverse here. And it wouldn't be that weird. You know, of course though, if it fails, we know it could go from your low to your high, a full reset would take it to 118. It already went almost 78% of the way. 77% sale on UBT at a critical level of inflection that's been holding and holding and holding and holding, and is above now what seems to be a supply line, is trying to make slightly higher lows than the previous lows, and is respecting that the ice line a little bit better now, where it's not like scan wicking below it to actually tested the level. So yeah, definitely somewhere that could be strategized as a low risk, high reward opportunity. And we would Fibonacci the other way now, because relevance changes when you're looking for targets to the upside, high from that peak to the low, or from the high to the low of the structure you're trying to strategize the trade on. So you'd be looking for targets probably on Unibright. I mean, 50%. Shoot, man. Probably again. I mean, 618 and 786 after that. There you go, right there. Those would be your targets. If it held 174, 182. Because if it doesn't, you're screwed. It's done. You're out. And it's been chopping around for too long. So if this area holds as support, if you're confirming a lower low double bottom here with a dragon and you broke out and you're back testing, then these would be your targets. No idea if it's going to hold, man. I have no idea if this level will hold. It's been correcting since the beginning of September, so multiple months. All right, there's your UBT. Hope that helps. Facebook, oh yeah. Meta platforms, what a joke, dude. Dude, we're metaverse now, man. Yo, it hit a very critical level. Holy crap. Massive distribution. Right, you peaked out November 17th, 350, and your all-time high was 384. Yikes.
Hi, Mitch, glad you're still online. I identified a double bottom on ZKS/USDT. ZK roll-up's going to be the new narrative.
I doubt it. Thank you, dude. So yeah, the failed potential inverse head and shoulders that was identified. It happens, man. Remember, the whole macro crapped out. So it just went to, it finally, all right, for the first time since May 12th, dang man, May 12th, it's back testing a critical level inflection. As a very good reaction. I mean, you have a daily bullish engulfing candle. You have dude, look at this. From that previous low to the slightly lower low on the RSI, you actually are diverging slightly right there. Interesting. It's not oversold. Normally you want to see like the oversold, double oversold RSI divergence, but okay. Well, anyway, you completely covered your previous candle, and well, maybe not, because it actually gapped up a little bit. But yeah, let's see what happens. You could be like one low, a second low, like a confirmation low, and then all of a sudden the dragon argument. It's the dragon. This will be your dragon. Potential dragon in development if this is bottoming out. Right? I have no idea. It could just dump tomorrow, next week and suck since OVO. But like, this is how they start. We just looked at one, an S coin. Now we're looking at an S stock. Yes, an S stock. So, Meta platforms, chat. Ever heard of it? Could be like this. And of course, what do these things turn into? They're premature harmonics. They are M shapes, W shapes in development. So first stop, 367.50. But if you're going deep, yeah, you're going deep like Bryce Young. And wow, how about that 886 that lines up literally perfect with that high from July 28th? Beautiful. You see just how it works. Oftentimes on the second valley, you get divergence of some sort. Not really getting on the MACD at all. But yep, there you go. Yeah, Vox Michael, it should, because it's bullcrap, man. It's like everyone sees through it. The whole metaverse is like the consolidation of decentralized, get away from big tech, Marxist, globalist, right? Get away from that. This is the enemy right here. This is like everyone on the internet being like, this is the enemy of metaverse, NFTs, decentralization. This is super centralized and super partial politically, along with all the other big tech names. So I'm glad it sold off right on the news of them changing their name and all that, because everyone saw right through it. It's a joke. But we'll see. Eventually, it doesn't happen immediately. Probably continue upward. Look at the trend, man. It's like always making higher highs, higher lows, no matter what happens. So could do it again. There's Facebook. You want me to look at Hex? Okay, we'll look at Hex. So this is the idea. If you can get above 17 cents, you're good. If not, don't worry about it. You're probably going to 10 cents. And it seems like still no bids. Still no bids on this asset. Yeah, because you made the confirmation low, then you rallied, then you made a lower high. So the distribution still going on. There was no trend reversal. You thought maybe it could stop and rally, but it didn't. Because it's all about the recent event that occurred, right? This event on November 29th, oh my God, we're bottoming out. You got above resistance. Okay, we're on to something. Things are good. Now we need the follow through. You didn't get follow through. The next event that occurred was a lower high than the previous high before it, then the previous high and the previous high and the previous high. The downtrend continues. You now have made fresh lows of the entire correction. All right, and there's no support here, chat. This is you don't want anything to do with Hex right now. Like, hey, I like it when it's setting up for good things, but now I don't like this asset until 11 cents, unless it gets above 17.4 cents. But chat, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down. You're not above 15 cents even, these little minor highs. I'm just telling you the downtrend continues, and there's no edge now because you're making lower lows, and there's no support. So if we go to 10 to 11 cents in the near future, it won't be surprising now. But again, if you were above 17 cents, you can't be surprised if eventually we run to 25 and beyond. But this failed. And what does that tell you? Right? If you've been here, okay, you know this combination of variables, how reliable it can be. But Scott Carney talks about it in the textbooks all the time. When these setups that are amazing, right, in bull trends and stuff, when they're amazing and they're reliable and they outperform, when they begin to get violated like this, that gives you great indication of knowing what trend you're truly in still. You're still in a downtrend. You don't want to touch it till it loses another probably 26% of its value. And then you got to reassess, because even by then, it's got to do something bullish, like accumulation, higher lows, higher highs. You're not doing that. You're just downtrending, bleeding out, rug pull, slow rug pull for a full reset. So this seems more and more likely that this thing's going to do a full reset from the lows from January or December last year for the highs. And that you could go all the way down to 4 to 7 cents if that keeps up. But at this point, man, it's just you can't. You are bearish on Hex, because the awesome, reliable system that plays out all the time in bullish markets has failed, and that's a test that lets us know you're bearish until at least 10, 11 cents, and maybe by then something good would happen, but it's still bearish. Bear trend on Hex. Sorry. Ooh, we gave it a shot. We gave it a shot. It showed up. These things developed, but then it broke through the supports, and that's what we talked about. It's all other levels. If it falls below a certain level, I don't want it. I have nothing to do with it. It's back below it and at no support. Okay. Polyconnect, I don't know, man. You can't even look at this because you'll be like, oh, there's more data on something else. Here you go. I mean, I don't even know, dude. Isn't Poly Matic? You're like, look at Poly, and then it's like, I'm at Poly, but there's Matic. And what is Matic if it's not Poly? Like, what's the difference between Poly and Matic if they're the same? It's Matic. So why am I looking at this when I can just look at Matic? It's not Polymatic. It's okay. Yeah, this one's amazing. Oh my God, it looked amazing November 28th before the crash. Crashed, rallied. Look at this. Holy crap. Spring back test of spring like the Jesus, man. Oh my goodness, that's so good. So strong. Now, problem is it's up so much. This is extremely volatile. I don't know, like, you're losing your mind if you're not holding. But like well within an uptrend, like Ethereum, outperform better than Ethereum in certain ways. We're talking about think about Ethereum just went down and tested the bottom of its own channel and is still relatively close to it, where Matic's near the top of it. So if Ethereum was Matic, Ethereum would be sitting at, good God, like $5,400. You get it? Because its own respective channel, same swing lows on the same dates, but Matic's up here at 54, 5,500. You know, if we're talking about comparing, all right. Yeah, Matic. So I mean, it's good, man. It's really, really good looking and nearing the supply line of the crazy upsloping channel. 244 above 244 is 270. Just remember, this is how it works. The stair stepping up. You got to be careful. Okay, this has been a really methodical process. Just think though, where are we? Well, we happen to be nearing the 88% retrace, which we have not tested yet. And I know the 58%, so it's like a B, so it's like a Gartley almost, but the Bartley, right? It goes to the 886 all the time. This is not actionable for a fresh long. Not actionable for a fresh long. Remember, what's similar to this? Not sure if I have it up. Well, remember, it's similar. It's very similar to B in B 886, right? It went a little bit above it, but that's where it reacted and reversed, right? So that's just where you are. You want to deal with this crap, taking a fresh long on Matic right now near the PCZ of an M shape or a W shape. It's like the inverse of where you want to be longing. You want to be taking longs at the bottom, at the PCZs of the bullish ones, you're not taking longs at the pattern completion zone of the bearish harmonics, right? And that's crazy. Because that means you're paying 88% premium on Matic right now. ZKS? Oh, dude, are you kidding me? I've actually been here before too. How embarrassing. Wow. Yeah, dude. This is what Reddit said. ZKS, ZK rollup's gonna be the new narrative. Yeah, is it like fruit rollups? But for being a trash asset, all it does is lose. All it's doing is nearing its all-time lows, its lowest level of all time. I mean, just looking at this chart, I don't care. I'm out. I don't want anything to do with it ever in my life. I don't care what it does. I don't care if ZKS goes up. If it looks like this, no. Move on with your life, man. What's up, Jay Nathan, man? Oh, you have the IPO, not the S coin. Gotcha. All right. Nutella roll-ups. I guess so. Oh God, dude, Billy Langford, get wrecked, dude. Get wrecked, Lincoln Riley and Rattler. Sorry, man. ZKS, terrible. Not great. Certainly terrible. Oh my God. You thought one request was bad, then it gets worse, man. Compass Real Estate IPO'd April 21st. I'm sorry, April of this year. Sorry. You just get a parallel channel tool out and probably just anchor here, and it's like, yep. Well, I mean, it's starting, you know, someone's making the argument here that you've got a wedge. The whole chart is a wedge. Well, that's just unfortunately not good enough. All right, you got a couple valleys here. You got a few valleys, really. I think we'd be playing like that. Yeah, I mean, you got 1280 from May. in November, and you got your valley from October 13th, and now you're at the lowest level ever. You can't take action on it if you're applying the formula, right, that's taught here. Of course, anyone can just randomly buy comp and it plays out, and congratulations on all your success. The 4 hour is pretty awesome on the RSI. I mean, this is specimen behavior on the RSI. This is exactly what you always want. You want the asset when it's showing divergence to be oversold on the second time too. So that's really nice, implying a reversal that hasn't really happened. I mean, good God. Yeah, some MACD divergence too, I guess. But nice volume, record, well, third highest level of volume today ever. I guess it was just trying to push the price back above that downsloping demand line. There's no confirmation low. We have no idea if the bottom's in. So divergence is good, and it's good for finding reversals. But man, a lot of times it doesn't happen, right? Sometimes it just doesn't play out. What you're looking for is divergence on a confirmation low. This is certainly not a confirmation low. This is substantially lower than the previous low. I don't know. I mean, it's whatever. It's still like maybe what, a 1414, maybe 1618. Yeah, it hit a 1618 fib extension from the previous low to high. So you're thinking about that's the maximum criteria for a C point for the shark, the 1618. This is it, man. It's either now or it's invalid, and good God, what it's invalid is death. I don't know, but I don't think it's actionable. We're just theory crafting here, talking about fib extensions and stuff. It actually technically did fall below the 1.618 by the looks of it a little bit. Oh, we'd have to do it this way, the cipher tool. This is 1.272. That's weird. Either way, so it's like here, now or never, do or die. And okay, good luck. It's not really a good asset, even if it rallies here. Okay. All right, Bitcoin. Back to Bitcoin. We just finished up the requests. I think someone requested a video. I think we looked at it yesterday anyway. Okay, never mind. We're good. Nvidia did an insane bullish hammer today. Wow. So Bitcoin, you think eventually today or the next day or whatever, 52.6 to test an old demand line, the upsloping trend line you see pictured on your screen in white, to test that, to test the horizontal line support resistance like you've done in history, right? Peak from March 3rd, the peak from September 6th. Right, you think, and then a valley from April 29th, a valley from May 4th. Many times, multiple times, it's been an actual level of inflection. You go test that, those three. Was that 3 levels? 1, 2 levels, and then the gap fill, 3 different. So like $53,000 is like confluent with 3 different things, okay? And then 55,000 is the pattern completion zone of a bearish 5-0. So I think you can go higher than that. You break 53K though, I think you're probably headed to 57.5 again, and that's unreal. That's like, wow. We didn't crash. We crashed, but we're back. Like it's all about the levels. Ethereum's a completely different story. Ethereum, well, it's not completely different. I mean, you are in a short-term downtrend until you recapture highs above 47.73. The fact that we made a higher low locally is pretty good, but it's just step one. You got to do a lot of more stuff. Okay, so break 43.84, and there's just not much of anything left until all-time highs. That's what's incredible here. What's up, CBT, man? Thank you, dude, for the 50. Yeah, dude. Share a look.
Big bro.
Sure. Thanks, man. You got work to do on everything right now, okay, crypto? Could you look at this devastated S coin? Sure did. We'll look at your devastated S coin. Good Lord. There's all kind of opportunity on this one all the time, man. This is a trade setup from down here, all over the place, man. Confirmation lows, inflection points, harmonics. These things played out, but now like kind of below some critical
My
areas.
daughter Reagan is a bomb.
I'm gonna do this real quick. God, I gotta just clean it up, man. So many lines. Your daughter at Reagan is the bomb.com. Thank you, Todd. Bizarre. Well, if you love your daughter, this is what all cool parents and friends should do. The Ethereum name signature or whatever, ENS, that's a new thing. That's here to stay. And so you can be like Todd Bizarre or Reagan Bizarre.eth or Reagan Bizarre.crypto, and people can tip that way. It's pretty freaking cool. It's like it's the future, man. It's the next thing.
Oh man, I'm at number 9 for top donations for the year. You're awesome.
Thank you, CBT, man. You're number 9, like Alabama basketball now, number 9 in the country. Thank you for the support, dude. I know that's not a joke. If you're in the top 10 of this stream, amazing, man. Thank you. So I think it was a little too deep for a classic M shape here. So we just look, you can see the levels. You're below them. I think it's so choppy, man. It's crazy chop. I mean, maybe you're trying to confirm a bottom here, but it's a lower low. There's no edge. Nothing's implying a reversal here. And I think you just have to wait until this asset truly gets back above right here. That zone. 8.5 to 9.3 tenths of 1 cent. You get above that, I think you're in better shape. As you've seen, you break it, you back test it, you hold it, you rally. Look, you've broken it again, you back tested it, you've rallied, you back tested it even stronger again at the very tip top and rallied, right? So until you get back above it, I don't know how much I can like it right now. But yeah, I see this. I do see, in a way, an M shape of some sort, a shark for sure. And the shark hit the 886 and then went lower 100%, right? They hit 100% retrace, but you just got to think open-minded here. On the shark, you've got maybe, possibly, you had your reaction, your search and reaction, right? And now you're maybe working on a reversal low, right? Lower low, but still right around there is where it is pivoting. So that's a way to maybe look at it too. Could be happening. But I'll feel a lot more comfortable about the asset above 9.3 tenths of 1 cent. Okay, but yeah, here you go. B Pro. That's probably why you requested it, right? Todd, no. CBT. Yep. Sharking. Maybe confirming bottom on shark. Possibly. And it's same low. So not much accumulation anymore. But the confirmation, the second bottom is much higher than the first bottom from July. So still more market participants own this asset today and in September than they did back then. So that's still nice, still good. And then before it, so up trend still intact. Yeah, Venables great higher. I was about time. It was like only a matter of time before Venables got scooped up by somebody, man. Because he's been a DC forever. It's like so unfair that, oh, Dabo gets to keep his DC forever and we lose ours. And then we just had to play ours. And he was like number 1 in the country. It was supposed to be the best in the world and all that stuff. So it's like not fair, man. Late stage dynasty side effects, right? Okay, so good stream, man. I've been live an hour 40 minutes. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's pretty decent time spent live, and we looked at some requests, some assets. I mean, Ethereum is the king. Bitcoin's meh. Remember, Bitcoin's 27% away from its all-time highs, and Ethereum is 10% away from its all-time highs. You see anything of that dump that happened? What are they going to do? They're talking about this in Discord today and even in general chat. It's like $1 trillion left crypto, like, from the high to the low. And it's like, where's that money going to go? Well, we're just going to put it in bonds now. We're going cash. We're going to stake it. No, that money's coming back. It just might get reallocated, right? So all the money that came out sits sidelines. Then it's like, oh, well, instead of it going all back in Bitcoin, it goes in Ethereum. That looks definitely like what's happened. The money that came out, it's coming. Some of it's coming back in, and it's coming in disproportionately into Ethereum more than Bitcoin, and less came out on the crash, certainly. All right, so good stream. Join the Patreon if you want to learn more about swing trading and support the channel, right? Because you appreciate no ads and no monetization via affiliate marketing links or sponsors, right? So yeah, join the Patreon, join the Discords, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, whatever. All right. So thanks for the likes, love, support, contributions, everything in between. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the T. Hey.
robot. I like robots. I have a robot vagina.
Adios, turd nuggets.